Namah Atman. Hello, fellow travelers. I hope you're doing fine and bathing in the river of positivity, in pure bliss, joy, and happiness. Today is a beautiful day, and I was thinking about this amazing human life. There are so many ways, there are so many opportunities and new avenues to develop our minds. There are so many things that we can do to change ourselves. And sometimes we end up feeling, oh, I wish I hadn't done this, or I wish I had done this a little differently. And one of the feelings or emotions that makes us feel like that, or that takes away our peace of mind, is anger. Yes, my friends, anger destroys a lot. Anger takes away a lot of things from our lives, leads to harsh words, violence, unnecessary disputes and battles, endless wars. And I haven't seen anyone who has benefited from anger. So I hope we all agree that anger doesn't really help anyone. So it's important to understand the very nature of anger. How does anger originate? Why do we get angry? And to understand this, we would have to look deeper and investigate. And upon deeper investigation, you will find that anger arises from dissatisfaction. Whenever something doesn't happen as per your plans or expectations, there is a feeling of dissatisfaction. This strong feeling of dissatisfaction is the mother of anger. So be very mindful whenever you feel dissatisfied, as this seemingly harmless thought can sometimes lead to endless hatred, endless wars, violence. So, what should you do about it? How can we tackle anger? So there are people who go to anger management therapies. They go for anger management sessions. So why are we so angry these days? So sometimes you might ask yourself, what if someone insults me or mistreats me or says something really bad about me? How can I remain calm in that situation? It's easy to say that, oh, just shut your eyes, count backwards from 100 to 1, or drink a glass of water, think about a beautiful memory. But it's easier said than done. So what should we do about it then? So what I've really found is, it starts with internal reflection, with realization. And before I proceed further with that, let me share a very interesting story with you. So one day the Buddha and a large following of monks, many monks, you can say 400 or 500 monks and nuns, were passing through a village. Now the Buddha chose a large tree. So he sat under that tree to rest for a while and to stay out of the heat. So pretty soon a lot of people gathered around him to listen to the enlightened one speak. And very soon there was a very large gathering of villagers, of people from neighboring villages and towns and merchants and different kinds of people. And there was one young man who was standing behind the crowd and thinking to himself, what is this nonsense? Why are there so many people here? It is so annoying. And to him it seemed that these people had assembled without any purpose. And quite frequently there were people coming to preach something, to teach something, to sell their agenda, to sell their business plan. So he was clearly not happy with this. So he grew impatient with the growing crowd. So he summed up some courage and he pushed the crowd, made his way through the crowd and went up to the Buddha. And he said that he was really angry. His face was red with anger. And he goes to the Buddha and says, "Go away. You just want to take advantage of poor and innocent people. I know what you're here for. You teachers come here to say pretty words, hypnotize people with your charm, and then you ask for food and money. You're an opportunist. That's what you're here for." So, what would an ordinary person do in this situation? He would obviously get offended, or he would try to answer back, think of a comeback statement, try to win the argument, look for help. But the Buddha was clearly unruffled. He was not at all disturbed. The Buddha went on to call this person. He called him politely. "Come here. I want to chat with you." So he came. Now the Buddha simply said, "Can I ask you a simple question? If you bought a special gift, a beautiful gift for someone, but that person refused to accept your gift, refused to take it from you, then to whom does the gift belong?" Try to understand the question, that you're trying to gift something to a person and that person refuses to take it from you, refuses to accept it. Then whom does the gift belong to? Then to whom the gift belongs? So the man thought for a while. He was clearly surprised. He didn't know what to say. And after some time, after scratching his head, he said, obviously the gift belongs to the owner. If I'm trying to give you something and you don't take it from me, the gift belongs to me. So the Buddha says, with a smile on his face, exactly so. You just cursed me a little while ago because you were angry with me. But if I do not accept your curses, if I do not accept your harsh words, if I don't get angry in return, then all your words, all your harsh words, all the curses go back to you. It's the same as returning the gift to its owner. So, with this story, I hope you understand what I'm trying to point out. That nobody in this world has the power, has the ability, has the capacity to insult you unless you accept it, unless you pay attention to it and consciously get insulted. Now the question is, now that we've discussed the problem, let's talk about the solution. How can you become a calmer person? How can you let go of this feeling of anger? So first of all, less is more. Calmness, peace, and tranquility come from the stillness of mind. Most people have become extremely restless. They try to occupy themselves with something or the other. They think about their financial problems. They think about a fight in the past. They think about disputes. They think about their ambition, the future, the goals that they haven't been able to achieve. So what happens as a result of this? Plus, we live in the 21st century, so we are constantly exposed to media, to social media, to YouTube, to different videos. So what happens as a result of all this information? Our mind gets overdosed with facts. So we have to decide, we have to be a little discerning when we think which information is good for us and which information is harmful for us. So we have to consciously think that before consuming any information, is it going to do us any good, or are we going to learn something out of it? So try to stay away from information that is negative in nature, which makes you restless, which makes you feel sad, depressed, angry, anxious. So always accept information that helps you learn, evolve, and gain wisdom. Alright, so let's move on to another method that you can adopt, that you can try to become a calmer person. And that is being in the present moment. Being aware of your present thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your bodily sensations. So practice the art of mindfulness. And by mindfulness, I mean being aware of every waking moment. You should know what you're thinking. You should know what you're about to do. You should know what you're about to say. It's just the practice of knowing things the way they are, without any imagery, without any imagination. So you can sit quietly for some time and just observe how your mind works. You will learn a lot from this practice. And trust me, gradually you'll achieve a great control over your mind. And from here, once you've practiced mindfulness, you can try writing everything that you feel or experience. So you must have heard this proverb: the pen is mightier than the sword. And it is true. Writing is a very powerful method of communicating with yourself, the real self. It requires great concentration and real conviction to pen down your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. So, in the beginning, you can start by writing a daily journal and sharing what you observe and experience. At first, you may find this exercise a little absurd, or maybe pointless, but you will learn a lot from this practice. You will gain immense mental clarity. If you're able to write something before you speak, you will definitely be more articulate and be more focused. And of course, I've saved the best for the last. Meditation is liberation. In my last video, I talked about the simplicity of meditation. I said meditation ain't no rocket science. And there are different forms of meditation: Vipassana, Tonglen, Metta, Raj Yoga, Kriya Yoga. There are so many different forms of meditation, and all of them have their own benefits. So on this channel, I would like to tell you all that this channel is not about promoting a particular practice or disregarding a particular practice or religion or belief system. It's about choosing the best that is available around us and improving day by day. So many people again think that meditation is just a practice of training your mind through hardcore focus and concentration. Yes, meditation requires concentration, but it also requires you to be aware, to be there in the present moment, which is again a practice of mindfulness. So pick any form of meditation that appeals to you the most. And every human being, including you, has the power to control his anger. And by this I don't mean to suppress your anger. Yes, in the beginning, you might say that, okay, somebody's throwing harsh words at you, and you stayed quiet. You did not react, you did not say anything. But you're getting angry on the inside. You have angry thoughts inside you, but you're trying to control your speech and your action. That is an excellent move. One might say that it's just suppression of anger, but it's the first step. If yesterday you used to fight back, if yesterday you were physically hurting someone because you felt insulted, hurt, or cheated, today you're not resorting to violence. You're not uttering harsh words. So that's a paradigm shift. And after that, gradually you can work on your deep-rooted samskara of anger. So I hope this makes a difference in your lives and you achieve eternal peace, joy, bliss, love, and happiness. And don't forget to smile.